Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Dorian here. We're going to be doing part 2 of the How to Prepare for Season 2. That guy dies there, pretty funny. Without any further ado, though, we're just going to get right into it here. We'll just leave this Kog Maw playing in the background. Um, First, we're going to talk about counterpicking. When you see somebody getting picked, like in a Cali or something like that, and Lee Sin's not banned, go ahead and pick up Lee Sin. He's a really strong counter for Akali, obviously, because of her invisibility, anything like that. Other lanes, if you see a really passive bottom lane like Ashe Soraka or something like that, or Kog Maw and Soraka, then you can pick up Taric and Vayne, or Taric and Kate. Counterpicking is pretty big. One of the other things that I want to mention for anybody that's kind of a noob or wants to get better, the little green dots over here that'll show up when everybody hits level 6, those let you know if their ultimate is up. So just in case any of you didn't know, when these green dots come up, that means the ultimate is up. So don't go around asking people if their ultimate's up, because it fucking tells you right here. You need to kind of work on your rage factor too. If anybody's watched me stream, you know that you run into retards. That's inevitable. You just gotta kind of keep that in check. That's probably one of the biggest things. They say sports are all like 5% physical and 95% mental. So you kind of treat the gaming thing the best way. Um, you know, Shit ends up being like that. If you're feeling shitty, you're gonna play shitty. If you're feeling good, you're gonna play good. Still looking for some wall replays, so please send me those in if you got any cool kills or anything like that that you want to be put into a kill compilation. This isn't going to be like Jump in the Packs or like Potato Monster. This will be like a community lol kill video, probably about 5 to 8 minutes long. If you're ever getting mad, one of the biggest things you can do is just get up and get away from your computer. I talked about a lot of these things in my first video, but I'm going to talk about most of them again just to kind of hammer them home so you kind of get the idea on how to play ranked better, because that's the biggest question everybody always asks. How do I go up in the yellow hell? So all these things will help you out. You need to get some builds. I know I'm blogging for ROG, but if you don't want to go to Mobifier, because a lot of people have mixed reviews with Mobifier builds, you can go to Mobifier if you like their build. St. Vicious has some good builds on there. A lot of other high yellow people use that site as well too. It's just people like the users that are voting, which makes the build stupid, because you get a bunch of noobs that follow one build and they all vote it up. If not, you can go to Solo Mid, check out their builds. And that's for runes go. Search Hotshot GG, or if you're a jungler, search St. Vicious. If you're an AP carry, search Big Fat LP or Reginald or something like that. And just copy the rune pages. That's exactly what everybody else does in this game. They know what they're doing, obviously. They've been using the right runes for a number of fucking years by now. And another thing, practice what you know. If you're gonna practice new heroes or anything like that, go play bot games. Go play versus the AI. You still get IP. You don't need to go into ranked games to do that. One of the biggest mistakes you can think is going in and being cocky and too overconfident with yourself that you are amazing with the Kali and Fiddlesticks and Aurelia and a bunch of other heroes, but you're completely shit with like Garen, and you ask for solo top and you feed and you wonder why. Well, that would be the reason why, because you had no experience with that hero whatsoever, and your ego pretty much got the better of you. Another thing we're gonna hit on: learn one of each hero or one of each class. If you were gonna be on a pro team, which position would you fill, and why would you fill it? If you're a good farmer, then you might want to go top or middle or bottom. If you're into like ganking all the time, you're gonna want to go jungle. If you like, the supporting aspect and helping somebody else, it's pretty obvious. You go support. Another great thing that you can do, and this is for anything, not just games, it's everything in life. Just learn from your mistakes. That's the biggest thing that you can do in life. You got to think about and watch when you're playing the game and realize that you are going to make mistakes, and everybody does. Even the pro players make mistakes, and the pro games, what it comes down to is who makes the least amount of mistakes, because both teams know exactly how to play and what to do and what's expected of them, so they know that whoever makes the least mistakes is going to win. So biggest thing you can do is watch what you're doing. Get lull recorder, watch your replays if you really want to get better. um, and one thing I find a lot of people can't get over, and I think it's so funny, you already know what the LoL community is like. Don't freak out about it. I mean, you know exactly how they're going to be, so there's no point in being surprised. The community's been like this for a while. It's not going to change, and the only way that it is if that you change. And one person changing at a time sounds stupid and like it'll never work, but that's how things started. All great ideas, every great invention, most great things all came from one guy, one single dude came up with the idea. So you guys, one person at a time, can make the community better. Even though it seems impossible, it really can change. And one of the things that I really, really want to focus on talking about is the laning phase too. You end up finding out most of the time in a game that either one lane will feed or one lane will dominate. And if you have one lane that's feeding and two lanes that are dominating, usually you'll win. If you have two lanes that are doing so-so and a lane that's dominating, then you're probably going to win too. So what you really want to do is hold your own, Think about, because everybody's got that mentality when you go into a game that you've got to carry. Got to carry, got to carry, got to carry. I've got to carry because everybody else in this game sucks. If you just throw that mentality right out the window for just a minute and just kind of think about being a team player and doing everything that's needed from you specifically, and I'm not saying go out of your way to fucking jump in front of a Kate missile just to prove the point. I mean, just play your role perfectly. If you're AD, stay in the back. Don't get over anxious. Don't do anything like that. Playing passive helps out a lot because it kind of cuts down on the amount of mistakes that you can make. Because the thing about aggressive play and people that like Reginald and anybody that's got the aggressive play style is that it causes other people to make mistakes and you have to capitalize on them. So if you can't capitalize on their mistakes and you don't have the experience, it's just not going to work. Everything as a newbie is talking about the mini-map. Watch the mini-map, keep your eyes on it. Just practice it. And you just adapt, adapt it to the players, If you see that one guy coming from the same gank spot, twice in one game, he's going to come from there again. Everybody's got patterns. All you got to do is just, pick up on them and watch them. And the one thing I really want to touch on again too, determine whether or not you're a casual gamer or if you want to be a pro. If you're just some little 14-year-old kid and you want to be pro, everybody at 14 wants to be a pro. So take a step back and think about how do pro gamers and like people that are pro games look to you from like an outsider's perspective looking in, because most of them are usually generally the same. There are not a lot of shit talkers in the group, and when there are, there's only a few at the top. So if you like shit talking, that's fine, but if you ever want to be good and you want to be sponsored by a team, you're gonna get kicked right off your team for talking too much shit, like a bunch of other high yellow guys that I won't name did. So, you just gotta keep that in mind. I just totally flashed that Annie's ult. I do it again later in this game too, it's pretty funny. And one thing you need to do is just help the community, because if you help the community, one person will go to another, and one person will go to another. It's kind of like that really retarded movie Pass It Forward, or Pay It Forward, or whatever it's called. One little kid did something nice for somebody else, and then by the end it ends up coming back to him, and he ends up having something good happen for him. As stupid as it sounds, all it takes is that, because you look at the LoL community, like 90% of the people that play are stuck in yellow hell. And that's just because if you go in expecting it to be shitty, it's it's gonna be shitty. The moment you open your mouth and you type to a person whatsoever, the game is over, because you start playing worse, he starts playing worse, and you spend probably about 20% of that game actually physically typing. Smashing your face and your hands on the keyboard is not playing the game. Okay? The biggest thing and the easiest thing to do, open up your new thing here and just click on the names here and just ignore them all. Everybody, just ignore them all. Every last person. You can ignore the other team. Somebody starts shit talking you, you just ignore him. Because think about it this way, you know, you're never gonna remember that guy. What do you need him on your fucking friend list for? So that's right, you don't. You don't need him on your friend list because he's a worthless sack of shit. So just ignore him right away, and that's it. The game becomes over. This is probably going to be coming pretty close to the end here, so thanks for watching, guys. There you go. I dodged anti-ult again. If you guys like this video, please remember to like it. Trying to go for a lot of likes on my videos. And I just went and picked up a $50 and a couple $20 Riot cards. So when I get to 1,000 subscribers, because it's really super far away, I want to get as many people to subscribe as I can, and as fast as I can. I'm going to give out a $50 gift card to one of the people from now until then, and then two $20 gift cards to whoever else, 2 other random people that draw. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think, guys, in the comments. I always read them and I always reply. But take it easy. This is Dorian. Peace.